Hello everyone and welcome to Bell Explains. In this video, I will be explaining Mind Test 1.2C and Mind Test 1.2D. If you would like to catch up on Mind Test 1.2A and B, you can watch my previous video. So when a to the power of n divides another a to the power of n, since it is a divide symbol, we'll be minusing the powers. So that will give us a to the power of n minus n. Now here we have a 4 to the power of 5 divided by 4 to the power of 4. So here we have 4 to the power of 5 minus 4, and that will give us 4 to the power of 1. Next for b, we have 7 to the power of 10 divided by 7 to the power of 6 divided by 7 to the power of 2. So here we have 7 to the power of 10 minus 6 minus 2, and that will give us 7 to the power of 2. For c, we have m to the power of 8, n to the power of 6, divide by m to the power of 4, and n. N here has no power, so we'll put a 1. Now we have m to the power of 8 minus 4, and n, 6 minus 1. So here that will give us m to the power of 4, n to the power of 5. Next for d, we have 27 x to the power of 4 and y to the power of 5 over 9 x to the power of 3 and y to the power of 2. So bringing the numbers to one side, we have 27 over 9 x to the power of 4 minus 3. Since this is a divide operation, so we will have a minus here, 4 minus 3. And for y, we have 5 minus 2. This is a multiplication of 9. Here we'll have 1 and 3. You can even put that in your calculator. 27 divided by 9, you will get 3. So here we have 3 x to the power of 1 and y to the power of 3. Next for e, we have m to the power of 7 divided by m to the power of 2 and m to the power of 4. So here we have m, 7 minus 2 minus 4, and that will give us m to the power of 1. This means you can just write here as m. For f, we have negative 25h to the power of 4, divide 5h to the power of 2, and another h. So here dividing the numbers, we'll have negative 25 divide by 5, that will give us negative 5, since it's a negative and positive here. Then for h, we have 4 minus 2 minus 1, so that will give us negative 5h. Next for number 2, copy and complete each of the following equations. So here we have 8 box, divide by 8, 4, divide by 8 to the power of 3 and 8. Okay, so here we'll have, since all the bases are the same, here we have box minus 4 minus 3 equals to 1, since here there is no number. So in order to find what's in the box, we'll have to move these numbers to the other side. So since it's a negative and negative, bringing it to the other side will make it positive. So we have 1 plus 4 plus 3, and that will give us 8. So in here we have 8. Next for b, we have m to the power of 4, n to the power of something, divide by m to the power of blank, and 5m to n. Okay, so here we will accumulate all the numbers for m. We have 4 minus a box, that will give us 2. So here's 4, box and 2. Now finding the value of the box, we'll move it to the other side, move 2 to the left, and that will give us m at 2. Next for n, we can find the box. Minus 5 equals to 1. So the box equals to negative 5 brought over to the other side will give us 1 plus 5 is 6. Next for C, we have m to the power of 10, n4 times m box, n2 divide by m7 and okay. So here we will have for m, we will calculate 10 minus the box. Sorry, so since here is a multiplication, it will be 10 plus the box and then minus, since it's a division, of 7 equals to 5. So in order to find the value of the box, we'll have 5 plus 7 minus 10, and that will give us 2. For n, we have 4 plus 2 minus 1 equals to the box. So the box here will be 4 plus 2, 6. 6 minus 1, we get 5. And lastly, for D, we have 27 x to the power of 3, y to the power of 6, times x, y to the power of box, divide by a number, x to the power of 2, y to the power of 3 equals to 3, x box, y to the power of 5. So here we know that for the number, okay, let's start by calculating for the number. We have 27 times 1 divide by the box equals to 3. So in order to find the value of the box, we'll have 27 divided by 3, that will give us 9. Next we'll look for x. We have 3 plus 1 minus 2 equals to the box. So here we have 3. Here, since there's no number, it's a 1. So 1, here 2, and here's the box. So in order to find the value of the box, we will 3 plus 1 minus 2, that will give us 2. And lastly, we'll continue up here. We have y, 6 plus the box minus 3 equals to 5. So in order to find the value of the box, we'll have 5 plus 3 minus 6, and that will give us 2. Next, for number 3, we have 2x times 3y divide by 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 2 equals to 6. So determine the value of x plus y. That means 2 to the power of x times 3 to the power of y divide by 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 2. So 6 can also be written as 2 times 3. 2 times 3 gives us 6, right? So now we have all the bases that are the same. So here we have 2 to the power of x divide by 2 to the power of 4 equals to 2 to the power of 1. So x minus 4 equals to 1. X is 1 plus 4, that will give us 5. As for y, we have 3 to the power of y divide by 3 to the power of 2 equals to 3 to the power of 1. So y minus 2 equals to 1. Y will be 1 plus 2, that will give us 3. So x plus y will be 5 plus 3, that will give us 8. Next, for Mind Test 1.2d, use laws of indices to simplify each of the following statements. So let me explain first. When we have a base to the power of something, in the bracket to the power of another value, the indices here will multiply with each other. So let's try here. We have 12 to the power of 5 in a bracket and to the power of 2. So since the indices will multiply with each other, here we have 12 to the power of 5 times 2, we have 10. Next, 3 to the power of 10 to the power of 2. So 10 times 2 will give us 20, 3 to the power of 20. Next for C, we have 7 to the power of 2 to the power of 3. So that will give us 7 to the power of 6. Next for D, we have negative 4 to the power of 3. And this is to the power of 7. So here we have negative 4 in the bracket. 3 times 7 will give us 21. Next for E, we have k to the power of 8 to the power of 3. So here we have k. 8 times 3 will give us 24. G to the power of 2 to the power of 13 will give us G 26. Next we have G, negative m to the power of 4, and this will be to the power of 3. So we have negative m in a bracket. 4 times 3 we have 12. And lastly for H, we have negative c to the power of 7, and this whole thing is to the power of 3. So that will give us negative c. 7 times 3 will get to the power of 21. Next, determine whether the following equations are true or false. So here let's try. 2 to the power of 4 to the power of 5, and then 2 to the power of 2, and 10. Okay, so here we have 2 to the power of 4 times 5 will give us 20 here, and 2 times 10 will give us 20 here. So this is true. Next for B, we have 3 to the power of 3 to the power of 7 equals to 27 to the power of 2 and 4. So here we have 3 to the power of 3 is 27. So we have 27 to the power of 7, and then 27. 2 times 4 will give us 6. So this is not equal, meaning it's false. Next for C, we have 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 5 equals to 125 to the power of 2, 3. So here we have 5 to the power of 10, and here we have 5 to the power of, so 125 is actually 5 to the power of 3. So here we can write 5 to the power of 3, and then 2, and then 3. So that will give us 5, 3 times 2 times 3. So that will be 5 to the power of 18. So this is also false. Next we have D, negative 7 to the power of 2 to the power of 4 equals to negative 49 to the power of 3. So here we have negative 7 to the power of 2 is 49. So here we have 49 to the power of 4 equals to negative 49. 2 times 3 will give us 6. So this is not equaling to each other, which means it is false. And that's all for part 2. Make sure to stay tuned for part 3.